Busted Open! Welcome to Busted Open live in Las Vegas. We are at Intrigue Nightclub at the most beautiful place in all of Vegas, Wynn, Las Vegas. Let me do this again for the people, the thousands of people, the millions of people who are listening throughout the world. WWE Hall of Famer, the world's strongest man, a world champion in not one, not two, but three different sports, Mark Henry.
Do it. Stand up on this chair.
Can I stand on this chair?
Do me right.
Oh, I'll do you right, pal. WWE Hall of Famer, TNA Hall of Famer, the most decorated tag team wrestler of all time, Calfzilla himself, the Prince of Prime Rib, and Bully, a damn handsome man, Bully Ray.
And I didn't think it was possible, but it happened again.
Oh, boy.
Somehow, overnight, I became even more handsome. Ladies, can I get a hell yeah? Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. 502 over at the Palms, girls.
All right, here we go. Got to shoot your shot. The innovator of violence, the landlord of the House of Hardcore, and the heart and soul of professional wrestling, Tommy Dreamer. And I am humbled to say, to be able to work with you guys and to be in front of the biggest house that we have ever drew here on Busted Open, Dave LaGreca. Thank you guys. Every year you keep outdoing yourselves, and you did it once again. Over 1,000 Nation members packing Intrigue Nightclub here at Wynn. So thank you. All right, we got a lot of guests that are going to come out here on stage with us. So who better to start off with than one of our friends, wrestling royalty, to join us here on stage for Busted Open. Natalya Neidhart, let's go! Thank you for coming. Thank you.
I love the music. Mark. Oh my God. So good.
Natalya, everybody!
I thought we were gonna lock.
I was getting scared there for a second. I didn't think she was coming out. Like, what the hell's going on? The song's about to end.
I'm a Hart. You know, the Hart family, we always show up a little late.
First and
Make them wait.
First and foremost, we had to play that song for you coming out because you killed it at Bloodsport.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a night. That was. I'll take the natty chance. That was Bloodsport was so much fun, but it was something that I
I really wanted to do because I wanted to show everybody, including myself, what I could do in that space. So don't with me.
I love it.
Let's go.
No, I know you went in there because we talked to you before you did it, and you had something to prove to yourself. I mean, you know how good you are. The fans know how good you are, but sometimes you don't get that opportunity. But you did get that opportunity,
Right.
and you made the most of it, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I didn't know you could throw hands.
Oh, I can throw everything.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, that's the thing is that, like, you know, for me, having been in WWE for 18 years now, you can't wait for opportunities. You have to create them. So, you know, and that's the great thing about this industry now is that, like, with all of us having platforms on, you know, social media, I have the platform to be able to do something like that where I could create this magical, you know, story going into Bloodsport and working with Miyu, who I think is one of the best, if not the best, unsigned talent in the world. I want to see Miyu in WWE. That's actually a goal of mine because she literally is I think, the person who's hit me the hardest in my career. I don't think I've ever been, including Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's never hit me as hard as Miyu. So, and Liv hits hard. Liv actually burst my eardrum. But, but that's the thing is that I wanted to, you know, create my own opportunity, show the world what I could do. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, you know, having been in WWE, it's easy to get comfortable. You get a paycheck every week. I live in a nice home. I sleep in a nice bed. I sleep with silk sheets. But I don't sleep well because I'm so hungry. And I think that everybody, whether you're brand new in WWE or you've been in WWE for almost 2 decades like myself, you have to find that hunger, keep that hunger, or else you need to get out. You know, so that's what I did. I got hungry and I forgot my manners.
Natty, you did such a good job at Bloodsport. Is that something that you feel like you need to continue doing? You got a lot of love from it, from the fan base. It seems like that would be something that you would try to continue to do. What is your thoughts on that?
I mean, if another opportunity presents itself, yes, but what Bloodsport really embodies is everything that the dungeon was and is, and everything that my grandfather started in the Hart family dungeon, which runs deep. It's in my blood. It's really in my heart and my soul. It's in my blood, and that style at Bloods. That's why I asked Josh Burnett. I texted him. I texted Josh before I texted anyone, including Triple H, and I said, Josh, I really want to do Bloodsport. And I explained to him why. And I said, this is the dungeon style. The dungeon was Bloodsport before Bloodsport was a thing, because there were no ropes in the dungeon. It was just a small room in a very, you know, there was one window in the dungeon. People's heads would go through the ceiling, and a mat. And the only thing that you really, really needed to survive in there was heart. That's the most important thing that you needed to survive in the dungeon. And that's why I wanted to do Bloodsport, because it's everything that the dungeon embodies, and it's everything that I do in my own dungeon. When we do our training, that is what we do. So when people were surprised, like, oh, Natty, I didn't know that you had this in you. It's like, no, this has been in me from the very, very beginning. And I just had a chance to unleash, take the chains off, and do what I do best.
All right, so we played Rage Against the Machine as you came in here this morning. At Bloodsport, when you heard that music and you're making your entrance, knowing that this is completely different than what you're used to, and you have so much to prove to the fans and to yourself, what's going on in your head when you're making that entrance?
I was so excited to show everybody what I could do, and I wanted to do it my way. I wanted to do it my way. And it involved changing my music a little bit. And, you know, a lot of people were reading into the lyrics, and they should be. They should read into those lyrics. Because I needed to do it for me, and I wanted to have the feel of just creating something and not relying on the machine. Of course, I love WWE. They're a huge part of my life. And, you know, it's my whole family, we would have nothing without WWE, but I also needed to create something for myself. And so with no restrictions, I was able to come out to a different song. I was able to have my dungeon family with me. The 3 men that came out with me are people that I've trained and that train with me and that push me and that I fight with every single week in my ring. I wanted them with me because they are part of my dungeon family, and I wanted to show everybody what it's like with the chains off and remind everybody of who I am. And Miyu is just, I picked Miyu.
So you got tired of being told what to do, and you wanna dictate where your future's going.
I won't do what you tell me. Is that the lyrics you were talking about?
Sounds kind of close. I mean, I needed to be different, and I needed to show who I am. And so Miyu is just, I've been watching her closely, I've been watching her work, I know the people that have fought against her, and I know that she's one of the very best. So I wanted to beat the shit out of her, and I did. And she took me to my limits. I said to Miyu, I said, you're gonna have to literally kill me to beat me. And I mean, I feel like it was the fight of my life.
So we had a discussion on the phone about a month ago, and this is the first time that we actually really talked. And I'm like, what's your problem? Why do you need to do this so bad?
I remember this.
I'm like, why do you need to do this so bad? You've done everything. You got $1 gazillion in the bank. You got 72 cats. You're sleeping. Like, why? You're going to be there for the rest of your life. Your husband's going to be there for the rest. You have it made. Why do you need to do this? But tell them what you told me. Not just the generic blah, blah, blah. What is inside of you that I told you I don't understand? I told you I don't understand what it's like to be a heart.
And I mean, it's funny because you have something about you that's very, you push people to be their best. And I didn't always realize that about you, but then once I started to get to know you a little bit, especially watching LFG, I realized that I realized that you help people find their FU. And I say that when people come to my ring, I say, you cannot succeed in this industry by being a nice person. You can be a nice person, but when you're in the ring and when you're handling business, especially when the bell rings, you gotta find your FU. I'm gonna tone down the swearing a little because I wanna get in trouble. But so when we talked that day, I expressed to you that I'm not, especially with this, me being in WWE and I had signed a new contract last June, I'm not comfortable being complacent. I want more, I wanna do more, I wanna show more, I wanna be more, I want to break through in a way that I never have. And I feel like, especially in this new era with Triple H, and there's so many more opportunities. The division has never been so competitive ever in WWE. We really have so many incredibly talented women from every walk of life, and I am not comfortable. I am not comfortable getting a paycheck and not working for it. I am not comfortable having mediocre matches. I am not comfortable not being in storylines. I want to prove myself all over again, because it's not enough to go, oh, I had a great match with Charlotte Flair in 2014. Oh, I've got 6 Guinness World Records for literally outworking everyone. That is not enough. That is not enough. If you want to hang in our women's division right now, you have to, at this very moment, bring your very, very best. And if I'm not getting that on the main roster, I'm going to go elsewhere. And so that's what I did. And that's the cool thing about WWE right now, is that I'm able to create my own opportunities. I'm able to go, and I have that rapport and relationship with Triple H where I can say, hey, this is something I want to do. What do you think about it? We come together, we work on it. And what's great is that Triple H has a great relationship with Josh Barnett and Bloodsport. So he was very receptive to me doing that. And thank you guys. Thank you so much for embracing it.
Well, I want to say one thing to you, because anybody that's ever seen you in the ring or have heard you on the microphone knows that you have love and passion for everything that you do. It's that love and passion that brings me to a very special announcement that we're making right now live, right here in front of our beloved Busted Open Nation.
Yay!
And that is that Natalya is now a part of our Busted Open family.
Thank you. So now I get a body slam these guys.
So to help celebrate and to show congratulations, let's bring out two people that are not only like legends and have such great, I mean, what they're able to do together, the chemistry in and out of the ring, inspiring people. They have to be a part of what we're doing here today. And that is Nikki and Brie Bella.
Part like the Red Sea.
Mark, I saw Jacob the other day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. I mean, we have to hear it so loud for Natty, right?
Yes.
Author. I think, Bree, this means we gotta pop a bottle.
Yes. Natty, 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 Natty. The one thing I have to say about Natty, which I know you all agree, if there is one woman in the business who loves it so much but helps not only women, I have to say men too, and has for decades, it's this woman right here. So there's no one better to join all of you on the couch. Tommy, it has been so long. Hello.
Oh, we got all our boys up here.
I know.
Hey,
So
Puppy.
Natty, congrats. We're so happy we can be here to celebrate you.
Yes.
So we're gonna pop a bottle. Woo! You know it. Yes. Win in Vegas. That is for sure.
By the way, hi guys.
Thank you guys for coming out here. Thank you for the congratulations. This is amazing. Natalia now a part of Busted Open. So we are so pleased to make this announcement right here in Las Vegas. And no better place to do it, not only here at Intrigue, but in front of all of you. So thank you for being a part of this special announcement.
Well, what up? Well, I think that's our cue to go, right?
Is that our cue?
I'm ready for Bree to get in Bree mode.
Now listen, I went and I saw you guys were doing your podcast at the SiriusXM studios
Yes.
here at Wynn.
Yeah.
I was outside listening, and I was getting kind of tongue-tied making the announcement for you both to come out here because there's so much to say. It's hard to say it with just a few words because how you've inspired people, not just in the ring, but how you've inspired a generation of fans because of what you were able to do in and out of the ring. Probably more importantly, outside of the ring. Thank you, because I am so proud to say that you are part of family here at SiriusXM. You guys do a fantastic job. You're killing it. Congratulations.
Great business.
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That means so much coming from you. You have no idea. And it's such a great family to be a part of. SiriusXM has just been so amazing, and there's so many amazing shows, and we're like one big family. So
It is incredible. And we couldn't have done it without all of you. That is
Right.
for sure. Watching our lives in and outside of the ring for, 10 years straight. So, and just rejoicing all the good, the bad, and the ugly. So thank you very much.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm still looking for my shoe, if anyone can.
You guys, I'm
Lost
ready
your
to get.
shoe.
I'm ready to get in Bree mode.
Yeah, you know
let's
it.
do it. Cheers, Natty. Here's to you, girl.
All right, so let me ask you both, any advice for Natalia, being now that she's an on-air host?
Yeah, don't hold back. Like, give your honest opinions because, let's be honest, we know it's going to always be 50-50. People are going to agree with you, they're not going to agree with you, but don't feel like you have to please anyone. And especially you have so much knowledge, so honesty.
I don't think Natty will have an issue holding back.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm actually so excited. I think you're so perfect because your sense of humor and everything you know. So you just be you, Natty girl. You're gonna
right.
shine.
Well, that's what I love about, when I was first approached about doing Busted Open, I was like, I jumped at the chance because I listen, I'm a big fan of Busted
Thank
Open,
you.
and I love all the different takes on the industry. So, and the one thing I love about the team is that, especially you, especially Bubba, you're very unapologetic. And
He is, yep.
I do love that because it takes a lot of courage to stand by your convictions, say what you need to say and believe in what you need to, you know, whatever you're feeling. And so that's like something for me that I've been working on, is being more unapologetic, not worrying about what, even in writing my book. And that's been, we were talking about that the other day. It's like, you just can't make everyone happy. So, you know, doing this show and writing my book and doing Bloodsport and beating the shit out of people, you just got to do it. And you just have to, you know, the one person that you really have to make happy is yourself. And if you believe in something and you have an opinion or a view, if that's what you really believe, that's your view.
To me, it comes down to credibility. If you're going to be on Busted Open, you have had to have spent time in the business. You have to know what you're talking about. You've had to have humped the road. You've had to experience the good times, the bad times, and be able to explain it to the fan base. Between Tommy, myself, Mark,
Right.
Nic now, we've all been in this business for a significant amount of time, and you bring something to the table that none of us have. You come from a wrestling family. So the minute I hear you speak on Busted Open, you are credible. I want to listen to you, and I know I'm going to believe in you.
Amen.
Chills, yes.
And Natty.
And none of us can speak to being a woman in the business. So like you're being able to speak to the fact that how that affected you as a woman and the trials and things that you went through. None of us can talk about that. We can have empathy and sympathy for certain situations, but we can't speak from it. All the women that's fans of Busted Open now are going to have a representative, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And
And
Natty-
Natty's experienced so many different eras of women's wrestling, which is like so great. And to bring that, like, you're still a part of it, which is amazing.
Right.
Yes, and like I will say, guys, I mean, the most dangerous place in WWE is that women's locker room.
Ooh, you're going to get the
Yeah,
tea.
And I'm excited to spill some tea.
We're here to
Like
drink
it.
it.
And
No, but
Natty,
it's, thank you.
we also speak for them, which is key, and telling stories and all that stuff. But you will have the beauty of people telling you how we affect them just like they affect us. And you also sometimes got to ask the questions that they all want. Like, ladies, Bellas, are we ever going to see another match? Come on now.
Yes. Yes.
I love Tommy. By the way, we
Pretty
have
good.
so many fun stories with Tommy.
I mean,
but we
oh,
all
too
kind of had
many.
like a few years together of just a lot of fun.
More PG-13.
Say, please don't get me
You
canceled
know,
again.
Satellite radio, so
but-
we go there.
I will
But
say,
hey,
Tommy,
I'm just no, Natty.
no, Tommy's just always had, like, because you know, my very first year on the road, Tommy was there, and like he always has had our backs. He's always been a
Always.
great support system. He's
Girl
never,
dad.
Yeah, girl dad. You've never not made the time, no matter what. If it was 5 o'clock in the morning at an airport, if it was, you know, us melting down, or like, you know, girls were wired a little differently.
Yeah.
And you've always been there for us. You've always been there for us.
Natalia, congratulations.
Wait. Just on a side note, because we're all putting you over about, you know, how great you are in the ring, and how good you are going to be on the radio.
Are you about to hit her with a finisher?
I want to get hit with
Feel
my-
it.
I just, if I hit you with my finish, you don't kick out, sister.
She's a
But I
heart.
also wanted to
She
say,
is a heart.
Natty's really hot.
Yes.
She is.
Yes.
Work to own, girl, not to lease.
I know. You know, there's been, you know, that's the great thing about, I don't know what it is, but whatever moisturizer we're all using up here is
It's like
just
we
been
got it
wonderful.
right. Okay, to wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap.
I'm waiting
We
for
gotta
this
wrap.
one to join me in the ring. So yes, there will be a Bella Twins comeback.
Yeah.
All right.
Natalia, congratulations.
We
Nikki
love
and Bree,
you.
thank you so much. Let me get this fan out here. Adam, our West Coast, Adam Zito, are you here? Adam Zito in here in the house. Get your ass up here, Zito. Now, I wanted to get, first of all, Adam is the guy on the West Coast, always has the LaGreca head. So, Adam, I'm going to give you the microphone because I know we got a lot of announcements. So, here you go. Microphone's yours.
Okay, so I'll go quick. Trenda, go find Alyssa.
Oh, come on.
She disappeared. Listen, she's right out there.
Okay.
First off, I want to say thank you very much for everything you've done. This year is amazing to do this from what you started to now. I've met lifelong friends across the nation because of you and what you started. This whole thing. We're almost at 24/7, and we're getting there. But this is absolutely amazing. The people I met today that I've known in the past, this whole thing is absolutely amazing. And I just want to say thank you. You took my fandom and raised it like 10 notches. This here, I've always been a wrestling fan, but it's gone beyond, like way beyond. And I wanted, fuck.
It's all right, man. No, don't worry. Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. All right? Have a seat. Because also I wanted to give a shout out to Scott in Long Island who created the LaGreca head. Scotty, are you out there? All right, so you know what, Adam? Hang here. I'm going to let you hang here because we have another guest that we're going to announce out here. Do we have music? Let's get Chris Bay! Have a seat. How are you, man? Thank you. Appreciate you. Chris Bay, everybody. Chris, man, thank you so much for taking the time for being with us today, man. We appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing. You guys look beautiful. Wow.
How you feeling, man?
I'm tired, but but the energy is carrying me. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel great. I feel blessed. I'm humbled. You know, God has been really, really wonderful the last 5 months of my life. So I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be vertical, you know?
Chris, I recently reached out to you because, one, I just admire the toughness. And Darren Drosdorf was a really, really good friend of mine. And I still talk to his caretakers and people that looked out for him. And one of the things is you had the same energy and the same thing. You said the same thing that he did. You don't regret the business. You didn't blame it on nobody. You didn't blame it on nothing. It's the nature of the beast. But you was going to walk again regardless of whatever they told you. And for you to be able to do that, man, it's just mind-blowing. And I think you deserve all the love and respect from our fan base. And hopefully we'll be able to do something together. I mean, if it's not busted open, like I want to do something personal, to do something to raise money for your charities, as well as, you know, help take care of you. So, like, you know, you tell me what the time frame is, and we're going to get some stuff done.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Chris, last night during Triple H's Hall of Fame speech, he talked about a moment in time where he had that heart attack and, you know, the doctors told him how bad his situation was, and he said that in an instant he looked at life a different way. I know your injury situation different, but did that happen to you also? Do you now look at life differently because of what has happened to you?
100%. All I've ever wanted to do was be a professional wrestler since first time I saw it, 3 years old. I fell in love with it. By 8 years old, I knew it was what I wanted to do in my life. So as a 12-year-old, I was thinking, okay, I'm never going to get married and have kids because I want to be on the road all the time, and that wouldn't be fair to them. I was already thinking like that as a kid, not preparing to have those things in my life so I could have wrestling. And as I got into wrestling, obviously, you grow up, you mature, things change. I was thinking about a future, but I was still prepared for the right now, which was wrestling. But as soon as I got hurt, the moment I woke up and the surgery went well and I couldn't look left or right, you know, turning my neck, and my hands weren't really working and I couldn't feel my legs, all I could think about was one day I want to have a family and I want to be able to run around with my kids. I want to be able to, you know, be there and be active in their lives and be a part of it, you know, be looked at as Superman like that people have told me I was before from all the crazy stunts I did in wrestling. I wanted to be able to have a family that could look at me the same way and be able to provide for my family. I immediately changed my perspective of life from, okay, wrestling is everything to wrestling gave me the greatest 8 years of my life professionally and the greatest, you know, 20-some years as a fan. Now it's time to focus on another part of my life. I want more out of life than just wrestling. But wrestling has been great, and I regret absolutely nothing. We give our bodies, but we sacrifice our lives with what we do. And I still have my life. I woke up. I was alive. Okay, what's next? That's how I looked at it.
It's a great answer. And something that you just said that really resonates with me, and it kind of makes me think about all of the negativity that goes on social media within fans, and how fans can take shots at wrestlers. But what you just said is so true. We really do take our lives in our own hands, and I don't think enough people really realize how dangerous what we do really is. That's why there is that whole, don't try this at home. And I'm not talking about you guys, because you guys are great, but it's just the fan base in general, some of the fan bases in general who can be so negative. And I just hope listening to you can make one person more positive about how they are on social media, because what we do could end up really bad for us at any given moment.
For sure. I avoided posting at first for a long time because I was uncomfortable and I was embarrassed, but I also understood that when you put something out online, you are subject to the negativity, and I didn't want people to see me in a chair and immediately go, he's in the chair for life. They messed him up. This is the problem with wrestling. Wrestling's a bad thing. No, I didn't want any negative energy attached to what I was doing. I wanted to make sure I stood on my own 2 feet when people saw me first, so they knew I was going in the right direction. No negative energy. I wanted all positive energy because, like you said, it can be toxic.
As a fan, and obviously you have the respect of Mark, Bully, and Tommy, but as a fan, I want to say thank you. Because what Bully just said, it's emotional, because every time you step into a ring, you're putting your health online. And I think a lot of times as fans, we forget about that. And the simplest thing could cause an injury that could end your career, possibly end your life. And Chris, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for us. And we're always going to have you, remember you, the moments, the matches. Thank you. I just want to say, from everybody here, thank you.
When I say like heroes and all this, I'm sitting here because this is hard for me, right? I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but like I met him on a seminar, and then I got him to TNA, and when that happened to him, I felt responsible because a 27-year-old kid that I love, we shared the same birthday, may never walk again. And I was so messed up in my head. And I've never told him this, right? I have prayed every day for him to walk. And one day when he sent me a video of him walking, it was like the greatest day of my life. We had, to tell you the type of person he is, and again, we share the same birthday. I'm legit double his age, right? And again, I felt this burden, this responsibility of I did this because I put him in this moment. We have a Zoom call with all the TNA talent, and he opens up and he goes, "Am I the first fucking wrestler that broke his neck on a neck breaker?" And without movement, he popped the entire crowd. This kid is an inspiration. When you are having a bad day, I literally said, Chris Bay cannot walk, but I know he will. I have faith, I believe, or I should say I believe. Yeah. And This is the greatest story ever told. He is a true inspiration. And when you have a bad day, think that this kid was never going to walk again. Also fighting for his life. We all ran, well, 2 of us ran to that hospital. It was Tommy Dreamer and Lance Storm. We're the first 2 people there, and we stayed as long as we could because that's old school wrestling. But when I tell you this is a miracle, when I tell you when there's higher powers, and he's the most inspirational person when you talk to. I'm friggin' crying here, and this guy never cried, man. And every time we visit him in the hospital, it's like, how is this guy lifting me up? So, Chris, I love you, and I just had to say that to you personally.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
You're double his age and triple his weight. I had a light.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
You couldn't just leave the tender moment alone. You had to make a dig. You did. You get. I saw it
For 2
bubbling. I
minutes.
saw it bubbling.
2 minutes don't count.
Because Chris, as soon as Tommy said double the age, Bully's like, all right, I'll wait for it. Wait for it. Shit, not right now. I can't do it now. Shit.
Why is the fat guy crying?
I saw the light bulb go off.
Those are not tears. That's gravy.
See, Chris, only on Busted Open you can go from tears to laughs this quick. And I think it shows just how strong you've been. And you haven't let it affect you. I mean, I'm sure it has, but we have not been able to see it. Like, you have been so strong this entire time. It's just, it really is a testament to who you are as a man. So,
Love is real, and the power of energy is transferable. And all the support that everyone gave me and the love that everyone gives me truly lifts me up. I've had down days, but when I get down, if I've ever felt like I'm going to give up and I'm going to fall down, all of your hands are right there holding me up. I feel it. It's real. And as long as we can keep doing that for each other, we can make this world a better place. That's all it takes. We're all going through something. But let's lean on each other.
all right. Chris, thank you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate and love you, man. Let's hear it for Chris Bay. All right, we'll be back. We still have an hour to go. Back here on Busted Open, live at Intrigue Nightclub, here at the beautiful Wynn, Las Vegas. By the way, Doug Morbin in the house, the original OG. Doug, come, Doug Morbin, everybody. Charlie, Vlad here at ringside, as they always are here at ringside.
Wait a minute.
Enjoy Mania.
Wait a minute. Wait. Charlie, Doug, where are you? Doug, come on stage.
Jeez.
Listen, you were here from day one. Get on the stage and take your applause. I took your job. Now you take your applause.
You did. You did take my job. It's okay.
So you got to always give credit where credit is due. There you go. Those are the guys that started this thing.
Look.
And I remember,
Okay. All right, you put me over. I'm sorry.
damn right I'm putting you over. I remember my first time, coming to the studio and being interviewed, and Doug was the lead host, and LaGreca was the,
Analyst.
Right? And I'm sitting there, and Doug would drive the machine and just watching them too. And I have always, and I've always given you your props, because at the end of the day, this was your rock and roll band. And you guys started one hell of a thing here, and you deserve credit also. So great job, Doug.
Thank you, Bully. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, I tried to keep the show moving, not let somebody take it off the tracks, right? And he still does, right? I'm sure. But it's all about legacy, right? I think it's all about like what you put down and then what happens after. Like I have 2 boys now, you know, and it's about what they do, not what I do. And what this show has become is incredible. I look around, you know, Intrigue here at Wynn Las Vegas. I can't even believe it. And honestly, it's emotional. It's emotional seeing how great this guy has become, not only a lead host, he always had the personality. He always had the vision for the content. And then bringing on Mark, Tommy, and my friend Bully Ray. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We got Thunder Rosa. We got Natty now. We got, what's Baron Corbin's name?
Bishop Dyer.
We got other
Bishop
people.
Dyer.
Bishop Dyer, right.
Nic Nemeth.
Nic Nemeth, Dolph.
Matt
guy,
Cardona.
Zack Ryder, Internet World Champion. I mean,
Denise Salcedo.
Denise.
Justin LaBar.
all
Jonathan Hood.
Okay, got it. We got it. Point of the matter is, but this is the core 4. This is the core 4. Like, I did something with this man, and then they took it to a whole nother level. And that's where it's at. It's all because of you guys. Those who remember 2 days, 2 days, a day, 2 days,
hour.
1 hour, friggin' 5, 6, 7 different channels. Live for 5. Thank you, Nick,
All right,
in
can
New Orleans.
I get a
Amazing.
thank you, Doug
Oh,
chant?
stop. No,
for
thank
Doug?
you. Thank you.
All right, now, with the help of Doug Mortman, we created the Busted Open Nation, part 2 of our good friend Zito. So the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, sir. Pick up where I left off. This has taken us to a whole new level. My fandom, everything else, and the fandom only comes with a good support system. Alyssa, can you please come up here? This is my support system right here. Her wrestling knowledge.
She helps with the LaGreca heads and hydras.
Her wrestling knowledge is Randy Macho Man Savage and Hulk Hogan when she was a little girl. And so with that, she's not only such a good support system. We've gone to Madison Square Garden, San Jose, Sacramento, everywhere. San Francisco, here in Vegas multiple times, and she's always there with me every time. She helps me with the heads. After work, I got to get home and go straight to Raw because it's on so early here. She's making my dinners. She's got to put it in Tupperware so I can eat while I drive so I can get there. And it's nonstop. It's unreal what she does. She's there 100% of the time with me. This woman has made me the happiest woman over the last 9+ years that I am the happiest person on the planet Earth right now. So my question to her is, Alyssa, will you marry me? It's a little big.
Did say yes.
Okay.
Dave, is this one of those guaranteed nights?
This is. Listen, all I know now, Adam, for you, what's today's date? 4/19 is now one of those guaranteed nights for Adam Zito. There you go. Congratulations. I have to.
Next party.
Okay. So, just so you know, not to put any pressure on you, but now for our next WrestleMania party's got to be the ceremony, right? New Orleans? What do you say for New Orleans? We have a wedding at our Busted Open WrestleMania party. I give away the bride. Yes.
I'm begging you to stop.
I'd like to
I'm
take
begging.
away the bride.
Boo! Boo! Bully! Bully! Oh, man. You weren't going to get away with that one. But it's you. All right. Here we go. Now, let's get our next guest out here. one of the hosts of Busted Open. You can hear him every Thursday. The toast of TNA, wrestling's wanted man, Nic Nemeth. You go, Nick. Where's your mic? Grab your mic. Nick!
Hey! How are you, buddy? I was expecting a louder ovation when I got up here, that's fine. Never crossed talent. Sorry, Tommy.
Nick, man. So, again, this is your second Busted Open WrestleMania party, so your thoughts here in Vegas?
Is everybody having fun so far this weekend? It's really cool. It's cool for me to say that I famously don't watch wrestling, but over at WrestleCon, every couple feet I bump into somebody, Rock and Roll Express, anybody, and you go, this is the coolest thing. You guys are the reason we got into this, and hopefully you guys are seeing that with these people all over the place this whole entire weekend, and it gets me excited to be a fan. I love it.
Well, how about this? Not to bury the headline here, but before you came out, we have a Nation member, the idea. We're going to have at next year's Busted Open WrestleMania party the first ever wedding ceremony in New Orleans. Oh. So, I don't know, what
He's pushing it.
What role could Nick play at the wedding next year in New
See
Orleans?
how he's just inviting people. Hey, y'all, come on in. Like they having a wedding over here, and they got free cake. Stop inviting motherfuckers to the wedding.
Listen, if it's going to be
free
here,
cake?
I think I should have a say in the guest list. No?
I think you decide the guests, and I'm assuming you're officiating the wedding. Is that the?
I'm giving the bride away.
Okay.
I'm giving the bride away. And then I figure I can pick the music. Right? I can do that, like the catering and everything else. Nick, what is it now? It's been a year. We talked about it, about what you've learned and what you like about it. But, what influence has being a host
What
on
color
Busted Open
flowers?
had?
What color flowers? Since you planning the damn wedding.
Well, it's New Orleans.
Oh, I'll do the bachelor party. I got it.
All right, Nic Nemeth does the bachelor party. I'm figuring like it's going to be, maybe we could do a little
I'll do
more.
the bachelorette party.
No, but Mark, I'm thinking.
I'll do some of the bachelorettes.
Hang on before he says it.
This is what I have to deal
Bubba,
with.
hang on, Dave, before Bubba says it. I'll do the catering.
Hey!
Bully, see, you lost your, that should have been you. That should have been you. No, but I'm talking about the influence. I'm sure you meet a lot of fans that say, hey, I listen to you every Thursday on Busted Open.
That's my absolute favorite thing is so many people say, first of all, I used to watch you, really hurts, but still. But they mean it, usually in a positive way, where I watch you, I base my character on this, all these different things. My favorite part of the last 12 months, and the most that people come up to me and say, we love hearing you on Busted Open, first and foremost. 2, I love when you and Dave are off topic. And that was it's a little bit of a, like, Eddie can fire me for going a little bit too much, but I think when we talk about Zima and Crystal Clear Pepsi and 80s movies, every once in a while it's a nice little break in the action of wrestling.
Well, it does help that we're on Thursdays after AEW. So, I mean.
Are you booing Dave or AEW? AEW. Okay.
That's not even passive aggressive.
Yes. We're usually subtle about it.
No, I do. I love AEW.
Passive aggressive.
No, I love the refs. They give us, what are you talking about? They give us something to talk about.
That's true.
Yeah, so, but we do. I was actually speaking to ODB.
Yes.
And her favorite show is the Thursday show.
No way.
Because she loves when you and I go off topic.
It is a blast. We get in trouble a little bit.
A little bit. Big boss man Eddie Brasili, as you said,
Not a fan.
is not happy when we get off topic. But I think it's the fun of it. And listen, all kidding aside, we do love AEW.
He's here. You know that, right?
I know.
I just, I'm just trying to let y'all remember he's here.
My key card's not going to open the door to
don't
SiriusXM.
talk about him too much.
Oh, Tony Khan? Oh, Eddie Bersilli. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Big
you-
boss man,
I was
Eddie
always
Bersilli.
talking about
You worried about what Tony Khan gonna say?
Hey, Nick, let me ask you something. I mean, we talk a lot, but we don't really talk wrestling. Do you think in this last year your fandom has come back for the biz? Because for those of you who don't know, Nick and I last night at 3 o'clock in the morning were wrestling.
Yes.
And that was my third show. It was his, first or second after doing
Second one, yeah.
second show. But like, I'm looking around in the room and I'm just like, here's a guy who's been to the tippy top and he's doing this. And I was just like, this is again for the love of the game. But do you feel, and then also like that crowd was packed at 3 o'clock. Because I was like, I don't think Nick would ever imagine wrestling. I used to call him bitter, curmudgeon when he was in WWE, grizzled, all the things, right? And but would you ever have said, man, like, or at least taken that booking that you're going to wrestle at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I probably would have jokingly said this to you that like, yeah, I see you at 3 o'clock in the morning at the Fourth Rope show where we're wrestling each other. Like, no, like that's crazy. But also back to your first point, the good part. Yeah, I was not complacent, but stagnant. Felt like bored. Leaned into the saying I'm not watching wrestling because it was like heartbreaking to not enjoy what I was doing. And now the last year, not to say what everybody else says, it's like it's really fun. I feel like I've been very fortunate injury-wise, somewhat of a Cal Ripken Jr. career. I missed like 3 weeks of work being unavailable in 20 years. And it's something that we talked about before, packing your bag up. I think Bubba and I were saying it the last time I talked to you guys. It was like you pack that bag like, I'm going to work. All right, I'll pack my stuff. And I don't remember any time in the last 12, 13, 15 months where I'm like, I'm packing my bag and I'm heading to work and I got this on Friday and this on Saturday. And I get so excited. And it's like, it rekindles the love that you have for the business because it's so easy to be bitter and angry because we all are sometimes. And you get to a point where you love the business so much and you're not doing the stuff that you love. And now you get back into it. And it just gets the creative juices flowing in your head. And it just makes you feel good. Like, if you love horror movies and you don't see any for 2 years, and then one comes out and you watch it, you're like, damn, let's go, we're back. And that's how I feel, I think.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
You like getting off topic?
Pardon?
I said you like getting off topic since you mentioned scary movies. You see Sinners?
I have not. What is it, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, the highest scoring movie?
Yeah.
I don't even want to know anything
I
else other than it's
premiered it.
kind of vampires and kind of messed up, and I'll go check it out.
I premiered it, and brother, it's been a while since I've been like blown away at the story, because in wrestling, like the thing about wrestling is the story, and a lot of these movies they get into the popping circumstance, the big explosions, and all of that shit, and there's no substance to it. Like, man, they wrote a story, and it was awesome. I would go see it.
So it's funny, Mark. You mentioned programming that's scary. So on Thursday we talk AEW. So I mean, have you?
Y'all notice I didn't
you have
say
to
that
clarify.
shit.
Are we booing Dave saying this, or are we booing AEW?
No, AEW's been better lately. No, seriously. Last Wednesday's
Dave,
show was very good.
I will not have you speak disparagingly of my friend Tony Khan.
You're
Shill.
You
you're a
shill.
shill.
Yo,
Mark Henry's a shill.
We all know that's
dude,
bullying. Come on, now. We all know.
talk about. By the way, I got to give a shout out, another shout out here. Since we're with family, Nick is on the stage here. I got to give a shout out to David in Kansas, who got a Busted Open tattoo that he's showing
Oh
off
my
here
God.
That's
at the
awesome.
Busted Open. Now that's dedication and passion right there.
And a
Good job,
badass
my
Dudley Boys belt. That's friggin' awesome, man.
Yes.
Badass wife. But Nick, and we haven't had a chance to talk about it enough. But great night Thursday night for TNA. Big show coming up in LA next weekend. I mean, what is it about TNA that makes TNA your home?
When I was being recruited to a couple different places when I left WWE, so many people said, you gotta see the locker room. Just talk to the guys and girls. You gotta, and you hear that a lot, and that's great. And so many companies or whatever you're doing, like, hey, we're a team, we're a family, you are. And for the most part, at most places, 95% of everyone's working towards the same goal, wants everything to be the best for everybody, not just themselves. And I had so many people from that locker room, TNA, texting me out of nowhere. People whose numbers I didn't have, like, dude, you got to check it out. Come on, it's good. It's going to be great. We're kicking ass right now. It's going to get even better. And I gave it a shot, and instantly you can tell when people are there to be your friend, looking out for themselves, or looking out as a team to go, this company's going places in the next 5 years, and straight up, we want you to be a part of it. You're going to help us all do it. And like, let's go. And I felt that since day one, and I still feel it right now. And it's what a great time to be a wrestling fan, period. But like to be able to see TNA, the stories are there, the talent's there. We have a bunch of young up and coming kids that are so damn good. It kind of pisses me off. So
TNA Rebellion coming up next weekend out in LA. We're going to be out there. Nic, thank you so much for the time as always, man. We love you. You're such a great addition. Some of my favorite moments on this show has been working with you on Thursdays, and man, you're killing it in and out of the ring. Thanks so much, Nic.
Thank you,
Nic
guys.
Nemeth, everybody. All right, thank you guys for coming out. We got one more guest. We got a couple more. We got a few more guests before we say goodbye. How about right here, somebody you know very well, D'Lo Brown.
Y'all better move out the way. You're going to get hit with that head.
What the heck? Yeah, watch out for that stench. Don't make me take a bump.
Thank you. D'Lo Brown.
Oh, shit, I'm stepping on everything.
D'Lo, have a seat, sir.
Why is it so quiet in here?
Come on. D'Lo, D'Lo.
Nation of domination.
So I'll throw it out there right now.
You gonna let him in?
I'll tell you what, since it is WrestleMania Saturday, how about everybody? You want to do it?
No, you do it.
We're going to do it together, right?
All right.
Everybody here, if you raise your right fist in the air, we're going to make you honorary members of the nation. Okay, now there's some rules. You're an honorary member of the nation till midnight tonight. At 12:01, we don't know your ass. So throw it up in the air. Welcome to the nation.
I'm going to throw it out there right now because everybody's been talking about it, especially this time of year. When is the nation going into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yeah! See, I told you not to tell Hunter.
It's not my fault, man.
I told you to leave him alone.
I know where the
I
bodies
think
are.
if you just said sorry, he'll let it go.
I know where the bodies are buried, though, dog. That's why.
I'm gonna put my microphone down.
In my opinion, I think the nation is overdue for the Hall of Fame. If you determine what a faction is, look at how the members changed and got better after we were in it. That lets you know how great the nation was. So I think it's one of the greatest factions this business has ever seen.
And you think about the stars that have come out of that. I mean,
every one of us was better after leaving the nation. You know, Mark goes on, creates the House of Pain, and just wrecks shop. Rocky's on a different platform. Godfather found the hose.
I found a couple of them.
So did I. That's why I got divorced.
I'm just joking. You shoot got.
And then I learned how to shake my head. So we all did stuff.
So when it's this time of year, WrestleMania, and it is a celebration. I know for everybody here, it's a celebration of pro wrestling. When you get this close to, like when you're out here, you see the fans, do you get caught up in it? Does it bring it back to you?
I mean, this is what we all worked for while we were there. And then this is the most special time of the year. This is our Super Bowl. This is our World Series. This is everything rolled into one. And then when you get the excitement of the fans who love it just as much as we do, this is a perfect storm every year. And I live for this time of the year.
D-Lo, I've been screaming from the highest mountains that, you need to be in the Hall of Fame. And I actually feel like New Orleans might be the year. Because a lot of the evidence points to it. It's like that's the city where we had a lot of our greatest battles with DX. And, it's just tailor-made. The perfect storm is brewing. And I think that if we start pushing it a little bit and let them know that and y'all start letting them know that that's what the fans want, it'll happen.
I think there could be a category for underappreciated. And first when you see D-Lo, you don't realize how big the guy is. Then when I've wrestled him and I'm like, man, he's great. And for the sky high, pretty much you invented it.
Yeah, I invented the sky high. That's my move, and except for when they called it the Titus O'Neil one time, I got mad.
And then, but the guy could do a moonsault. The guy could do that spinning leg kick. And you were just you were a high flyer at 6 foot something, 200?
6'3", 270. I was on the top rope.
And honestly, I've wrestled him so many times. And I was from the first time we locked up, I was like, this guy's great. And it's just, when you say Hall of Fame, yes, you definitely should. You do deserve.
And
for
used
your body
to hold
work.
class too, Tommy.
What?
It used to have class. All the guys that weren't working on the show.
Oh, really?
D-Lo was the first guy that I remember hey, Brian Christopher, Mark, y'all, all y'all guys that ain't working tonight, get your ass in the ring. I'll be out there at 2 o'clock. And before the show, we would be in the ring, he'd be teaching us. Man, I appreciate that.
I was working on my game, so it's why not work on my game with everyone else and raise everyone's game up? Because we had such a great group of young talent who were ready to take over the company. Let's all get ready, so when that opportunity was presented to us, we were all ready to hit the ground running. So, just working out, help teaching, and just passing on the lessons that were given to me by guys like, Ron and Jim Cornette and guys like that who taught me, I could help give it back.
The era that you were in was so huge, but you look at it right now, 2 nights in a stadium now. Did you ever think you would get any bigger? And now it's even bigger than it was.
That was the thing when you saw WrestleMania, you knew it was the biggest thing running, and then they said, we're going to do it on 2 nights. And when you can sell a stadium out once, that's an accomplishment. When you can sell the same stadium out on back-to-back nights, that's unheard of. And what the WWE has become, the monster that it is, you marvel at it and you go, wow, how can it get bigger? And then watch, a couple years from now, they're going to change the game again and get bigger.
And I just want to say really quick for the 4 of you, when you see a full stadium 2 nights, you got to look back at what you guys have accomplished because you're the foundation of that. You inspired and influenced the people that we're going to see in the ring tonight and tomorrow night. So I think all 4 of you should take a moment and kind of pat yourselves on the back because you have been able to influence a new generation of pro wrestlers.
So all I do is pat myself on the back.
Hey, D, I'm just thinking.
Your hands sore?
Well, D'Lo, I want to thank you again. Having you a part of this show is so meaningful. Having you,
You
part of this
just
week.
totally cut Dreamer off.
Dreamer was trying to cut her.
Well, no,
Go ahead, Tommy.
maybe
No.
do we have to break? Is that why? I was going to ask you, dude, just thinking about this. How hard was it to work with the chest protector?
Ironically, it wasn't hard at all because the chest protector was literally just that stuff that's in pillows. Shh, don't tell anybody. Between me and Mark, and no one else is listening. No, it was more difficult to pack the damn thing and carry it around than to put it on. Once I put it on, it was like, It was my belly protector. It hid my belly from everybody.
Do you still have it?
So,
I was saying for me. You stepped on my own joke.
there were 2 chest protectors. One of them I auctioned off at Pillman 99, and the other one is in my office in a frame. And when I go dodo bird, my kids can sell it off and make some money.
2 of 2. That is impressive. 2 and 2.
So yeah, one is in my possession, one is somewhere in the
Do
world.
you still have your nation hat?
I still got the little leather beanie.
You know what I did with mine?
What you do with yours?
I threw mine in the crowd in Philly when we broke up.
Wow.
And I've been begging for it back.
You'll never get that back.
Good luck.
But I was like, man, listen, I give y'all $1,000 if you got the hat. Man, people like that. I guess they waiting on the price to go up.
They wait on the price to
y'all
go up.
keep waiting. Keep that.
D'Lo, again, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Means a lot that you're a part of our show today.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Let's have fun. WrestleMania tonight. Let's go.
Can we get a head shake?
Let's go.
Can we get a head shake?
Yeah. All right, appreciate you. All right, when we come back, 2 more special guests before we say goodbye.
Dave, I know we have more guests coming up, but somebody's here right now that I think you're going to want to see.
Who's that?
Darby.
Where's Darby? Darby. Yep.
Come on, this is your moment.
There's Darby.
Look at him.
There
He's
you
a
go.
hungover mess.
He's too drunk. He's too drunk to make it to the stage, but there's Darby. Also got to give a shout. Where's Violetta? I know Violetta's here. My wife, Violetta.
Dave, she's back there.
There you go. Hey, Violetta. All right, so we do have 2 more guests. We're going to have them come out at the same time. You know them right here on Busted Open. First and foremost, she holds it down on Saturday with Mark Henry, Denise Salcedo, and then you hear her with Tommy and Thunder and Tommy, TNT, pow, 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 Thunder Rosa.
Pow, pow, pow.
Oh, you can do anything
Let it off of my blue suede shoes.
Make a hole and make it wide.
Ran my name all over the place.
Do anything that you want to do, but honey, lay off of
my shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. How you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes.
What's up, Las Vegas? Hey, everyone. What's up? Happy WrestleMania week. Mark, we're reunited finally.
There you go. Yeah. Thunder, yeah.
Damn, you guys are like hangover drunk. I should be the one who started. I've been here since Tuesday. Exactly, thunder, baby. All the. Jeez. Now I know I'm over. My are over. Everything's over.
So Thunder.
What? Mark,
Little-
I know you love. Don't even act like you are embarrassed. I'm just saying.
Now, Thunder, have a seat, Thunder. You
Oh,
sit
yeah,
there. You're the guest.
yes, sir. I'm Thank
Now,
you.
Thunder, little known fact that we were actually going to have you and Tommy on Tuesday and
Yeah.
call it Thunder Tuesday. But you know what? Wednesday. So what do you say?
What?
to get Tommy to do it. We're in front of the Busted Open Nation. Thunder and Tommy, Tommy and Thunder, TNT. Pow, 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 pow.
Okay, so wait, you have a choice. You can either show your or do the pow, 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 pow.
What do you want, brother?
Guys, I got 35 years of being a babyface. Don't let me turn heel.
Oh!
John Cena's a compared to what I got to say.
Oh!
Wow. Wow.
Take that.
But
Put
Thunder,
that in
I
your
love you.
pipe
How was
and
that?
smoke it.
So, Denise and Thunder, you were on live before the party started. So,
Yes.
how was all the breakdown of WrestleMania 41?
Oh my God, well, I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen a WrestleMania like this before. So I just wanna say, everybody here who came out to spend their hard-earned money, I really think you made the best choice coming to Las Vegas for this WrestleMania, because I've never seen this kind of amount of events, just meet and greets, WWE World, everything they're doing is so freaking cool. And I feel like that's been the biggest takeaway from it all, is everyone who came to Las Vegas is truly having a good time.
So we got Elvis and we got James Brown, the hardest working woman in show business. Denise talked about all these events because she went to all of them.
It's hard.
I don't know if I've ever seen a social media page with more events. You killing it.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I appreciate that a whole lot. My favorite co-host right here, Mark Henry, guys, has been just freaking cool, and we've been having the best time on Saturday. So thank you guys so much for that. Seriously, it's been really great.
Hey, outside of WrestleMania, somebody told me and showed me the Las Vegas thing. There's 110 events outside of WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
too.
there was
110.
a couple of fans that couldn't afford WrestleMania, and I'm gonna give a shout out to all of those who came to see independent professional wrestling this weekend. I mean, you were wrestling at 4 a.m. yesterday with Fourth Rope, which I love that promotion. I did the one in Austin, and the guys are completely different. They have hip hop and they have professional wrestling. And for me, the beauty of it is that it's mostly people of color being part of this big show, and it was sold out. It was sold out, so Wes Gunn, great job on doing that because it's not easy to run shows. And yeah, one fan yesterday came and he's like, I couldn't afford WrestleMania, so I came to see all the other shows at the Collective.
And I think more than any other WrestleMania that I've seen, so many people have come here to Vegas and aren't going to WrestleMania. Like, they're just taking part of like our event and WrestleCon, but aren't actually going. So it just shows you the beauty of pro wrestling and how popular pro wrestling is, that they're willing to travel and not even go to WrestleMania.
Well, I mean, you look at the show, it's only going to be 120,000 people that are going to get into WrestleMania. And then you got 500,000 people in town. So, like, you need to supply extra stuff for them to do.
Yeah.
And I think that we've done a hell of a job, Busted Open, with making sure the fans felt comfortable, want it, and respect it. And hell, we might need to do our own show next WrestleMania. What y'all think?
I mean, we're going to have a wedding, so we might as well go all out.
There Dave go again, inviting everybody to them people wedding. Damn.
Might as well.
Might as well. Denise, so, you know, you're a big part of Saturday. You're a big part of the Busted Open family. I appreciate and respect you. So what's the last year been for you hosting Busted Open?
Oh my God, it's been crazy. I don't even think I can describe the ride that it's been on. I think my favorite thing about the events is last year and this year is when people come up to me and they're like, hey, I listen to you on Saturdays. And I'm just like, oh, thank God. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you, right? And it's been very cool to connect with everybody because at the end of the day, all of us, like no matter what you do, we all have one big thing in common, and that is that we're wrestling fans first and foremost. And, you know, I've been a lifelong wrestling fan since I was 8, 9 years old, and I would have never thought that I'd be here, sitting here. I mean, I used to watch Mark Henry bend pants, and I'd be like, oh my God, how did he do that? And now
Magic.
we do a show on Saturdays, and it's crazy to think about how things like this happen. But it's my favorite thing to do is to talk to people and everyone to just collectively talk about pro wrestling.
You love the big man matches.
I do. I love the meat.
She likes the meat.
When the meat
She
is
does.
good,
She does love meat,
the
guys.
meat is good.
Loves it. She loves it. Love it. Well, if you were going to ask me that question, David, thanks for asking me that question. I mean, I will never imagine that I will be working with some of the most intelligent and most controversial people in the business, right? And being part of this team has taught me a lot of confidence, because I know a lot of people in all over the country, actually all over the world, they tell me, hey, I listened to you on Busted Open Radio, and then they do the pow pow pow, which is the most funniest shit. And then they said, oh, I love that Tommy's not doing it because he's so mean about it. So it's so cool.
He'll
that,
do it. For the right price.
All right, so just,
Yes.
Tommy, so you could see the people's faces. So it's one thing to hear me do it. It's one thing to hear Thunder do it. It's one thing to hear the callers do it. But let's do it in front of you. 1,000 strong. Tommy and Thunder, Thunder and Tommy, TNT. Pow, 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 pow.
Not impressed.
Man of the people. Ultimate babyface.
He's not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
No, he's not gonna do it. But you guys should be very proud of what you guys have helped us do in the last couple years. I remember my first party was at the Go-Go. Was it
Whiskey
with
Go-Go.
The Whiskey Go-Go. And then last year at in Philadelphia, which was a lot of fun, and this is completely different. And as you can see, every year I change looks because I love like doing this and I love entertaining. And for you to give us a space to Denise and I, it's very special. And we just had a fan, one of the sugar mamas this morning. She came to us and she said that she feels really special to hear women on the show. And now we're gonna have Natty, which is I'm super excited about that. And I'm super excited to see what else are we gonna do because 24/7, Busted Open 24/7 is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Last Match musical. How did it go?
Oh my God, guys. That was awesome. Like the people that went there, Medusa was there. Mickey James was there. And I don't think they ever seen me sing that way. When I was singing, they were like, wait, you can sing like that? So, yeah, because of Busted Open, I had an opportunity to do my first Broadway musical. And it was the last match that wrestling experience, and it was freaking amazing. I wish you guys would have gone, because there's nothing like it in the world. It was amazing.
Can you give us a little taste of your singing ability, if you don't mind?
You want it in English or in Spanish? Because I did both songs.
English or Spanish?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Español. I mean, I'm going to do it in both. Una estrella, mi estrella. Okay, that's how it starts. Oh, I'm able, yes, I'm able to see the stuff their stars are made of. You see on the marquee, because they love me and they just can't get enough.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. What do you think, Mark?
I love it. I love the theater.
He loves it.
I love the arts.
Yeah, I love the art.
I'm very cultured, Dave.
I know you are.
But yeah, so I'm
You did
super
awesome.
excited. I'm super
you
excited.
did awesome.
Thank you.
And I love how, Thunder, what you've done, and I've never seen this before like the way that you've done it. You've taken your celebrity, you've knocked down more doors for yourself, but also for other people as well. So
Yeah.
I want to give Thunder a special round of applause for what she's done.
Yeah, and again, thank you guys for watching. I know a lot of you guys in the last couple weeks that I've been on television, a lot of the Busted Open Nation has come with the signs, Thank you. And every time I see you over there, I'll go out there, take a picture, because you guys are important to me. Because you guys helped me so much when I was super depressed, when I was struggling before I came back and wrestle again. You, the nation, helped me, have this rebirth and have this new Thunder Rosa that you guys are seeing. So Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting Denise. It's super important that you guys listen to us on the radio. And we're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep like being happy for everyone that is being successful in the business. Like this weekend, honestly, all the people that have worked with me in NWA, in AEW, and other parts that are having big moments, that are gonna have big matches. I am so excited for them. This is not trivialistic. I work for All Elite Wrestling, but I am really happy for my friends because they're out there killing it, guys. Killing it.
All right. So Denise, what's been your favorite moment so far being a host on Busted Open?
Honestly, that's a good one. I think my favorite one, I have so many, but here's a recent one. Mark completely freaked out the other day because I said balls to the wall. And he was like, Denise, stop it, it's making me uncomfortable. And I just kept going, balls to the wall, balls to the wall, balls to the wall, balls to the wall. So
I never heard a girl say that before.
I was like, I feel like it's so normal. I've said far worse, so I feel like that was definitely okay. So it's definitely one of my favorite things is not knowing where the conversation is going to take us, what energy drink Mark has for the day, and it's just been like, something been very, very cool.
But that's the beauty of radio. That's the beauty of Busted Open is that when all of us turn on the microphones, even when we're doing this show here today, we don't have a plan. But we know each other so well, and I feel like we have such great chemistry together and such a great relationship with you, the Busted Open Nation, that I feel like we're so comfortable with each other that we could just turn on the microphones and talk. And the fact that Denise and Thunder, you've embraced that, I tell you, it's beautiful, and I'm so proud of both of you.
Thank you, Dave. It's been very awesome.
Hey, Denise.
Yes.
And Thunder. Match that has you most interested for WrestleMania.
CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, go CM Punk.
Okay. Thunder?
I am super excited for Jade and Naomi, honestly. The non-title match, good build. It's I love both of them. I worked with Jade before. Naomi's excellent, and it's time for Naomi. I hope she wins.
Nice.
Are you going to ask me that same question, Tommy?
Oh, come on.
All right, let me ask the one question for the nation, not for you, Dave. Cena or Cody?
Cena!
All right, hang on again. Hang on. Cena or Cody? David?
Dave, did you hear?
David, I'm a little scared for you.
Dave, did you hear what happened last night? Cody got booed.
Who's gonna win?
Listen, we only got 40 seconds, so thank you to everybody that came up on this stage. But more important, I gotta thank Intrigue Nightclub at Wynn, Las Vegas. And of course, every single person that showed up to Busted Open Nation, thank you.
Show them the shirt. Show them what the shirt looks like.
Listen, Busted Open.
Busted Open. Busted Open.
24/7. 24/7.